Hello everyone and welcome back to another Codic Rambles. Today I want to talk about YouTube and raising your audience. It's a little theory that I had a couple years now and has recently proven to be, not stupid. I don't know the right word to say it, but I've always needed some proof, sort of, and like to see it in action. Not really proof, just need to see it in action, and I've seen it. So what do I mean with raising your audience? I'm not gonna give an example of this on the way that I basically figured it out, sort of the proof that I was talking about. I think that basically your audience, if you're a small YouTuber, small streamer, doesn't matter, everything is the case, a content creator. If you're on a smaller scale, you are deciding what your audience is gonna be and how your audience will act. It's weird, and if you think about this, you're probably gonna think, because majority think this, like, oh yeah, no, I will never do this, I would never be, whatever. Like I'm talking about the audience point of view, even you, because everyone here, like even the people that are watching this are YouTubers. You're a viewer as well. I'm a viewer. We all watch other YouTubers, so it's including us. You act different if you're a commenter, because if you're like a lurker, then that doesn't apply to you. But if you leave a chat, if you leave a comment, you're acting different depending on which creator you're watching, because that creator has created an environment. This is really quite weird to explain, but watch this video and I think you'll understand what I mean at the end. But every creator creates a space. They create a different ambience, feeling, and how people respond to them. A good example is Speed. Speed's community is very toxic. So Speed has raised his community up, the way that he interacts, the way that he doesn't really, he encourages the toxicity instead of talking it down, for example. That's at the start of your career, your YouTube career, when you're small, when you're building up, the audience will pick up on that. Just like how if you raise a kid, the early years are the most important. That's how you form your kid. That's what your kid's gonna, become. That's the form. And the later in his life, the closer it is to a teenager, to an adult, the less they'll change. The less, it will be less easier to change, because that's just how life works. And that's also how it works with a YouTube audience. They're basically your kids, basically. And it depends on how you interact with them and how you raise them. Now, I hope that makes sense, but that's true, and that's what I mean earlier with like, oh, you probably think, oh, that doesn't apply to me. It applies to everyone. It's just like how, for example, people say, oh, those marketing tricks, that doesn't apply to me. It's all subconscious. It's all subconscious. Consciously, you think, yeah, that doesn't work for me. I'm not in there. Unless if you really reflect, if you really think about it, then you catch yourself. Yes, I follow it. It's human nature. That's why everything that I'm talking about right here as well is all subconscious. And you have to remember how powerful this subconscious is. There's a reason why businesses, they don't reach your subconscious. They don't market to your subconscious. They don't want you to sell things. They sell things to your subconscious, because the subconscious, for the people here as well that are in biology and psychology and that sort of stuff, they know that the subconscious part is basically the decision making. That's why a bunch of like philosophers have theorized, do we even have free will? Because the decisions that we make has been made a long time ago by our subconscious. Not a long time ago, you can say like 5 minutes or whatever. Whenever we consciously think about it, that's already a conclusion that our subconscious has thought of. It's just really interesting how the brain works. It's really weird, but that's how in this case it also works. People are sheep, and that's a bunch of experiments have been done with that. The most famous one is the chair one. You've probably seen in the school, when there's people sitting in a chair, they're like waiting for an interview. They think it's an interview, but every time a bell rings, one person that's in on it, like an insider, one person that's in on it, just waiting there in the waiting room, he's standing up. And then when the bell hits again, he's sitting down, acting as if it's the most complete thing ever. People first are looking at him thinking, what's this guy doing? What? And then it goes again, he stands up, and one person is one person. It's not, That's also how trends work. I'm like, this is how I'm rambling. The first person doing it is not the person that's initiating stuff. It's the second person or the third person. If they follow, then the rest will follow. They're waiting for one person to do it as well, and then they do it. So in that experiment, one person does it, the second person does it, and then others are following. After that, when a bell rings, just waiting in the waiting room. When the bell rings, 1, 2, 3, 4 are standing up, and it rings again, they're sitting down. It's how we humans are. We think that's normal. We don't want to be different. We don't want to be, how do you say it, like left out. We don't want to be thinking that we're disrespectful, whatever the reason is. There's so many. But the constant in this is we do what other people want us to do, basically. We are the sheep is the best thing to explain it. We are a race that likes to be in a community that does things. Anyway, the same goes with YouTube. So I'm going back to what I'm talking about. Same goes with YouTube. If the community acts a certain way in the live chat, in the comment section, on Twitter, whenever you're like in a how do you say it? Like you're, for example, getting cancelled. This stuff all works in that scenario because the way that your audience is, it builds either loyalty or they'll basically shoot. Your own community can turn against you. Depends on how you've raised them. Okay, so here's the example that I want to give. So, if you haven't, pretty sure you've heard of the whole Hogwarts Legacy thing, right? In short, Hogwarts Legacy game from Harry Potter. A bunch of people on the internet, mostly Twitter and TikTok, which is where all those toxic people are from. They cannot separate the art from the artist. J.K. Rowling has put some, in their opinion, anti-transgender whatever statements. I'm not here to talk about that stuff. I don't care. It's about basically that group that feels offended for people playing the game and actively supporting the anti-trans thing by playing a game. Don't tell me how that makes sense, but. See, I'm showing my bias here, by the way. I think that's really stupid, but I'm not talking about that. They're going around canceling people. So streamers, for example, YouTubers that are playing the game, and not now really. It's been a week or two since the game came out, and I don't really see anything right now. I think they're all done as well. It was just the first week, release day, when it was really hard. That's when the whole movement was strong. And a bunch of YouTubers had to make apologies, and some streamers had to, were crying because they were just absolutely getting destroyed and bullied. And I want to show 2 examples of 2 YouTubers, streamers that I watch. First is Call Me Kevin, and the second is I'm Dante. So, Call Me Kevin, a very wholesome guy, incredibly wholesome, very inclusive, very nice guy. He is a huge Harry Potter fan, and Call Me Kevin made a lot of Harry Potter videos, like a lot. Never got any problems. New Harry Potter game comes out, Hogwarts Legacy. He's uploading. So what you need to know about Call Me Kevin is Call Me Kevin, let me just say Kevin, he's not on social media. He's smart for it. He's not on social media. He just knows the basics of social media. He's not on it. He doesn't want that stress, that toxicity. So he's not on Twitter. He's not on TikTok. He's not on any of that. He's just on YouTube, and then he just spends the rest of his time with his friends, with his, in his personal life, with his wife. Is he married? Wife or girlfriend? One of the two. I don't know if he's married. Let's just say girlfriend. It's a normal human being. He's not on the socials. So Call Me Kevin uploads Hogwarts Legacy, just like any other day. He uploads every other day, and he got a bunch of hate. So Call Me Kevin's community is a very, I want to say, wholesome community, but in my opinion, the last couple years, the community has been really cringe, in my opinion. That's why I don't really leave comments and stuff anymore. I just watch the videos and I move on. I'm a huge fan of Call Me Kevin. I really like his videos, but his community has been kind of cringe, ever since 2020, since lockdown, basically. They're very soft. That's what I basically want to try to say. No, so Call Me Kevin uploaded the video, and a bunch of his own community members turned against him. A bunch of people that are not from his community also went on his channel, his comment section, and just bombarded it with hate. So Call Me Kevin not only got attacked from the outside by those people that I was talking about, they also got attacked by the inside, because those people that I'm talking about are also in his community already. Because, Kevin is like he plays The Sims and everything. He plays the games where those people are sort of into, which is a shame. It's a real bummer because those people are not fans. They're brain dead. I'm sorry. But anyway, so yeah, Call Me Kevin had to make a Reddit post apologizing for playing the game, saying, "Hey, I'm not gonna play the game anymore because I'm trying to be inclusive to everyone's views and opinions." He's trying to make amends. He's trying to, he's playing their game. He's like, "Hey, listen, I don't want problems. Like, I'm just a guy entertaining you guys. So if you feel like you don't want to see this, fine. I'm not gonna upload it." Even though he's a huge Harry Potter fan, he's bullied into not uploading Harry Potter. His favorite freaking franchise, almost. His favorite game series, everything. He's not allowed to upload it. You see what I mean with he's not allowed? He is basically a slave to his audience. He raised his audience quite well. They were really wholesome and everything, but he's still quite... And I hate saying this, because I freaking love Call Me Kevin. But his approach is soft, and I learned it. I've learned it by seeing I'm Dante. So the other side of the coin that I'm gonna... talk about in a bit, but I've seen the other side. But before that, I was going on the same path as Call Me Kevin, trying to be, trying to be soft. I've been that. I've been soft in my in the way that I've basically been approaching my audience, basically trying to make things good for everyone, trying to appease everyone. That appeasement. Remember the last time appeasement happened? Because of appeasement, we got World War II. Just saying. But okay. That's Call Me Kevin's situation. He's not allowed to upload anymore, basically. His community turned against him. Now we go to I'm Dante. And I'm Dante is someone I don't really watch a lot. I only knew him as Berlisi's friend. I knew him as someone that KSI interacts with from time to time. And I saw a few videos of his, a few reaction videos of him reacting to Hogwarts Legacy. And Dante is also a huge Harry Potter fan. And I was very interested in his reactions for like the last year. And when the game came out, I wanted to see, okay, he's so hyped in the reactions, for the trailers. Let's see how hyped he is when he plays the game. So I loaded up Twitch and I watched him for the first time. I watched his stream. And very entertaining guy, by the way. Very nice guy as well. I really expected him to be a bit more toxic. But he's just normal, he's real. His community is a bit of the toxic side, I'm not gonna lie. But that's, community. He's himself is completely fine. But it's not as toxic as you think. Because most of the time if people go too far, that person will get absolutely clowned on for going too far. So there's a balance. It's just a nice balance. I think it's nothing wrong. It's just your own personal thing. Like, do I want to see that? Anyway, someone went on his stream to say, "Hey, this game, if you play this game, you support a bigoted anti-transphobe or whatever, J.K. Rowling." And instead of making an apology, this is how I'm Dante responded. I think it's a minute and a half, this section. Just watch how he handles it.
J.K. Rowling has openly stood out against the LGBT community. Guess what, Sideman? I don't give a fuck, bro. If you don't like the stream, leave. Holy shit.
Yo, Dante's literally gay.
I want you to take your loser ass who's going around to different streams talking about this shit and get a fucking job. Go outside, get some bitches, get some, get your dick wet or something. Cause there's gotta be more that you're doing in life than this. Okay? Now do me a favor and eat that. Eat that for me, bro. Eat that for me. Hey, I want to let you know, little bitch ass nigga that was in the chat, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. If you think I gave a fuck about anything, you got the wrong streamer, my guy. You got the wrong guy. I'm not gonna explain myself to you. I'm not gonna explain myself to nobody. I want you to assume what the fuck you assume about me, my nigga, while I enjoy this game. Now assume, nigga, and take that shit to Twitter, you bitch ass nigga. Cause I know that's all you do on a Wednesday. 3 afternoon on a Wednesday.
Bother anybody, bother me. Cause I take all that shit personally and to heart.
It's crazy because I'm sitting here enjoying a game on a Wednesday afternoon. Got my wife bringing me food and shit. My pregnant wife at that. And you alone beating your meat to my fucking streams. You lonely ass bitch. Go outside, bro, nigga.
It's so bad, it's crazy.
Don't nobody fucking care about you.
I got my braless wife bringing me sandwiches.
I got my braless wife bringing me sandwiches. Fucking talking about. Bring me a motherfucking sub, bitch.
I saw the entire stream. I've watched, what is it, about 30 hours or so of his stream. Not in one go, of course, but like in the last week. I watched him play through the game up until the point that I am in the game. And that person never returned. And the entire stream, no one went to his stream to hate on him. Because he stands his ground. He is not playing their game. He is also not on Twitter. He's not on Twitter and everything because he also thinks it's too toxic. But he has always been real with his audience. He has multiple times, because like I said, his community can be quite toxic. So for him especially, it was quite difficult. But he himself had to basically raise his audience, saying like, hey, this stuff I'm not accepting. I've seen him once because he's a father right now, by the way. Congratulations to him. He's a father right now. His baby was born a couple days ago now. And I remember when he announced, not remember, because I'm like new to it, but I saw a video clip of when he announced his kid and everything, and like saw some other clips after where basically some people were making jokes about his son, and he immediately stopped playing the game and just went, just like how he did in the clip I showed you. He just went in and just said, hey, listen, you're not gonna make jokes about my kid, my family, my wife. You're not gonna make any jokes of them. If you do that, you're instantly getting banned. You're getting threw in some curse words in there because that's how he is. I don't curse myself, but he is just straight up said, hey, listen, that's the limit that you will not reach. If you go over there, you're a weirdo. You're brain dead. Get out. I don't need you in my community. You can go ahead and complain on Twitter. I don't care. I don't want you in there. You don't talk about my family. You don't joke about my family. You're out. He is strict. He's hard, but he is that when he needs to. The other time is just having fun, joking around with his friends, laughing. That's what, honestly, that's what we all need to do. And that's what I mean with raising your audience. If you're not real with your audience, if you don't show your limits, if you don't say, hey, listen, if you don't like me as a person, I'm not gonna change around you. I'm not gonna try, like, you can be inclusive. That's completely fine. I think you need to be. But don't fall for their games. Don't go around being someone that's not, don't do it. That's the lesson I've learned as well. Dang, this is I think this is the longest ramble I've done, but it's important to know that you're raising your audience. If you were soft in the way that you are a YouTuber creator, if you're too soft, you will get cancelled. Everyone will get cancelled. Because the only people that are not cancelled are the people that are not themselves. A good example is Moose Knuckle. Moose Knuckle's from the Vandals crew. He's known to be the one that doesn't curse, that doesn't anything. And if you saw the videos from him back in the day, he changed. But he done it because he has a daughter and he wants to set a good example. But I have a very distinct feeling. I could be wrong, but I have a very distinct feeling that he is not like that in his own life. 100% not. He's just trying to keep the revenue and everything. He's changed the way that he probably is to fit in the YouTube thing. And his community, I've noticed, is also very soft. And if you're like, I think it's dangerous. Because like with Call Me Kevin, your community, if you get the community that are the softies, and you step out of line once, that will happen, bro. We're all human. We all step out of line. I'm not saying if you say the N-word, that's stupid. I'm saying, like, for example, you play a game that some people don't want you to play. It can't be that ridiculous. They will turn on you. They will turn on you. You have no one to support you. In Dante's stream, his chat clowned that person to oblivion. Like, they backed him up because they know, hey, listen, this guy that I'm watching, my streamer, he's a real one. He doesn't back down. He is himself. So yeah, it's important to not let people walk over you. Be yourself, really be yourself. Not saying like, oh, people say like, oh, be yourself. I'm trying as well. I'm turning that in like my thing as well. I'm not changing. I'm who I am. But I really think that I would have changed. I would have. As my YouTube friends can tell you. I've been talking to VC about like trying to, minimize certain things. The last couple months, I did loosen up. Not as much as I wanted, but I did loosen up. I slipped. I in like the videos, I say the word retard and everything. I didn't want to do that at first because I thought, oh, hey, that's a word that's cancelable now because it is. When will it stop and where will it stop? Don't fall for that trap. Just be yourself. Stand your ground. If you lose 1 or 2 subscribers that just came in and you don't want to lose them, lose them. Don't care, lose them. It's better to wait a bit longer and get the community that watches you for you, that are similar minded, than having a community that's soft and will turn on you. So yeah, that's a bit of a ramble. There's no really structure in this, but I hope it makes sense what I said. And I hope it was a nice listen, because it's 20 minutes. But yeah, that's basically the video. If I think in the future I might have a better structure, I'll probably do another video on this. I don't really mind. It's me just rambling. But let me know in the comments what you think of this. Yeah, take care.